Koalaty Pizza has grown so much in just a year's time. Sure, it started as pizza, and that will always be our main focus, but we've always been at the forefront of pizzaology. We wanted to be the best, and we still do. We've expanded as far as the edges of the known universe and franchised out to a bunch of cool robot dudes running a cafe. And we even catered a pizza party for the 12 at this shiny floating cloud patio thing. They never called us back though, and their number's been disconnected. Anyway, we'd basically done everything and been everywhere it was possible to go using conventional pizza method deliveries. And so we thought to ourselves, how can we make pizza pizza-ier? We've spent a lot of time pondering this question as we continue to make the best pizzas Eorzea's ever seen. We had a lot of options. I mean, we could have spent time traveling to new places and exploring new and exciting things while helping another fledgling culinary business learn how to build and maintain a fast food empire of their own with sage advice and encouragement. But that sounded really dumb, so we did the next best thing. We hired an engineer to build us a specialized AI to do all of the thinking and innovating for us. We called it Pi AI, the latest technological marvel from Koalaty Pizza. We asked it to answer a simple question. What is the meaning of pizza? Instantly, it began spitting out idea after idea in its quest to learn and deliver to us the answer to our question. Pizza shoes, pizza suits, new seasonal pizza flavors of pizza covered in candy corn and pumpkin spice. As the images flew by before our eyes, we could feel the solution getting closer and closer.
To be consumed.
That is the purpose of pizza. It's so simple, we couldn't believe we didn't think of it ourselves. We've just been delivering pizza this whole time. That was our mistake. Currently, when you receive a Koalaty Pizza, it only engages 2 of your senses. Taste, as your taste buds are bathed in the most glorious ingredients, lovingly prepared by our adequately worked employees, whom we are required to refer to as contract gig workers, and touch, as the inside of your mouth begins melting into a pool of... your mouth is gently caressed by a temperature that is neither too hot nor too unhot. But that's not enough. As Pi AI said, you must be consumed by the pizza. Pizza can be so much more than a mere experience. It can be a way of life, part of the very fabric of your existence. That's why we formed Koala Corp with its never-ending mission to create new and better ways for our pizza to engage your other 4 senses: hearing, sight, smell, and we've poured all of our resources into this endeavor. And nothing else. Definitely just business expenses. To start, Koala Corp has created the Koaculus Unreality headset, designed to fully immerse the user within their own digital pizza microverse.
Whoa, it's almost like I can feel the molten cheese. Wait, I can feel the molten cheese. Why can I feel it? Oh God, the insides of my eyeballs are itching. Ah!
Our tasticians invented brand new flavors by unlocking taste bud pathways in the brain we didn't even know existed. Now anyone can enjoy our new terrifiable seasoning. It's positively fan-gusting.
What is this? Is this a taste? A feeling? I don't know what to do.
You didn't book this sick day in advance. Your pay will be docked accordingly.
We even spent trillions of gil sending a rocket ship entirely made out of pizza out into the stars to drift endlessly while playing Neapolitan Tarantella on repeat forever. Yeah, so that one didn't really further our cause of further immersing the denizens of this star in a realm of pizza, but it was really cool. We wanted to take pizza to the last place still untouched by pizza. Spies! Also, it's not our money, just to kill the morons who actually buy this stuff from us. Cody, make sure to edit that last part out.
Why did we do it? Well, I guess the better question is, why didn't we do it sooner? Our accounting team crunched the numbers and found that we pulled in a net profit of 143 billion gil. Impressive, to be sure. But we found that it only really accounted for 0.4% of Eorzea's gross discretionary spending power. That means the denizens of Eorzea are currently not spending 99.6% of all their worldly possessions on Koalaty Pizza. And we took that personally.
What's Project Calamity?
I think this interview is over.
As a corporation currently recognized as a legal person by the laws of Sharlayan with more protections and human rights than actual people, we know that with great power comes great responsibility. At the end of the day, it's about moving the world forward, one bite at a time, even when the world doesn't feel like it. And that's about it. Wait, I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, the koalas! We're trying to save the koalas!
Koalaty Pizza, a subsidiary of Koalaty Bistro, a Koala Corp company, your future delivered.
I can't believe it's been a whole year since we've last been here.
And what a year it's been.
That's right, Koalaty Pizza has risen straight to the top since the last time we've graced this stage. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's introduce the team. I'm Sumi, the head chef and CEO of Koalaty Pizza, but I don't really like constraining titles like CEO. I prefer head innovator, or Her Eminence.
And Pax, the assistant general manager.
We've talked about this, Pax. You're the assistant to the general manager.
Yes, well, anyway, I deal with a lot of the operational logistics and R&D for Koalaty Pizza.
And most employees call me Natasha, but the smart ones know never to call on me ever again. I'm the CFO, VP of HR, and occasional employee grief counselor. And these employees cause me no end of grief.
And together, we form the flimsy yet surprisingly buoyant backbone of Koalaty Pizza. Like I said earlier, Koalaty Pizza has been busy this past year. We've made a lot of money and shattered a lot of records. Let's start with our small successes. First, I know those of you located in Gridania, Limsa Lominsa, and Ulda have been missing your favorite surprise pizza distributor. Good news, everyone! After a few, shall we say, well placed gratuities to the relevant officials, the ban on Koalaty products has been lifted. We even got them to change our health grade from an F to D. D for delicious.
Of course, aside from just the return of our services to the cities of Eorzea, we've also been back hucking gluten-based flavor morsels at people in Eorzea's vibrant nightclub scene. You can catch us most Fridays and Saturdays, forcefully reminding people out having a good time that what they really need in their life right now is pizza!
And finally, we're proud to announce our latest Koalaty Pizza branch expansion, the Moon. So next time you're grinding Loperate Beast Stripe quests or farming Luna Tender Blossoms, stop by and have a slice. The taste is out of this world. Ugh, I can't believe I had to say that. Anyway, our armada of pizza space whales would be happy to serve you. In fact, they're required to.
Quality Legal has asked me to inform everyone, pursuant to our recent court settlement, that Koalaty Pizza is a subsidiary of Koalaty Bistro, a Koala Corp company. Koalaty Pizza is located in Brynhilder, Shirogane, Ward 28, Plot 37. For search engine optimization purposes, I've been asked to add that we are near an ocean and just down the road from Bahama Hut Barbecue.
The layout and legal ownership of our building may have changed, but Koalaty Pizza offers the same great taste.
That's right. Even though we're at the forefront of pizzaology, inventing new and improved ways to enjoy pizza variant food, our classic recipe has stayed the same. In fact, it's improved. Our hand-picked 37.2 yeast colonies used to make our dough have multiplied into 567.8 yeast colonies. There are so many colonies that they've colonized the walk-in freezer.
Yeah, to be honest, we don't really go in there anymore, but we have worked out this sort of rudimentary barter system with them. They keep giving us dough as long as we supply them with a steady supply of uranium 232. But anyway, we also grow our own cheeses now. We found that lab grown cheese is just much more efficient and cost effective than beating ovibos with frying pans until we obtain milk. We've especially found that cheeses high in protein content have the perfect consistency to melt in our high temperature ovens. So we keep them on a strict diet of protein shakes and reruns of Costa del Shore. If they can't deadlift a minivan, they aren't suitable for pizzification.
As you can clearly see, it's done wonders for our test koala Brutus. Since swapping to cultured cheese, Brutus has taken on enough muscle volume to go toe to toe with Julian Manderville herself on the blood sands. Occasionally, he runs away, climbs tall buildings, and swats at airplanes, but we're pretty sure the pizza isn't causing him to do that.
Quality Legal would like to make it abundantly clear that no evidence has been found linking the consumption of quality pizza with the desire to Kong out, as our R&D team has termed it. But speaking of other exciting changes that have come to Quality Pizza, we have a big announcement. After numerous complaints about the working conditions at Quality Pizza, even after we installed the employee breakdown room and zoned it as a designated crying area, we've transitioned to an employee owned company. For tax purposes, all employees have been redesignated as at will voluntary gig workers, like Etheirys or Gatecrash. The remaining three employees each own a part of the company and have a say in the decision making power.
On paper, at least.
This transition has worked wonders on employee morale. The average employee salary is now in the multi millions of gil. They also enjoy fantastic employee benefits such as private company cars, including chauffeurs, snazzy new posh uniforms to show off our company's value and style, hand stitched by the finest tailors in all of Thavnir.
And bottle service.
Even a 24-hour day spa in the basement of our corporate headquarters.
With bottle service.
And all of that, the complaints from employees have practically vanished overnight, and satisfaction rates have reached 100%.
Oh, don't forget about the bottle service.
As a result of scrupulous business management and a few backroom arms deals to the Garland People's Front, we've made billions of gil last year. So what do we do with it? Well, we thought to ourselves, what do billionaires normally do with their money to make the world a better place? That's when we bought the Sky Steel Manufactory, best known for manufacturing machinist flamethrowers. But we just didn't really see a market for that. So we renamed it the rather lame company and transitioned it into a tunnel digging and construction enterprise. At first, the Sky Steel machinists were very suited to the task, especially with 2 charges of drill now. But our shareholders were just looking for progress to be a bit faster, and reassemble just wasn't cutting it anymore, so we found something better. Then, of course, we fired everyone, declared bankruptcy, and received a massive tax write-off.
And those profits did not go to waste. Koalaty Pizza had already cornered the club ambush market, so we had to look elsewhere for major expansion. And we thought to ourselves, what is it that the average Eorzean buying an extra large pizza all for themselves really craving? Energy drinks! We're proud to announce the debut of Red Namazu, Koalaty Pizza's signature energy drink. Packed with 87 continuous hours of energy. red namazu. It gives you fins. Seven of them. We also partnered with Kurthis Stew to provide an all new flavor available exclusively at Koalaty Pizza Food Whales. Kurthis Stew Bahamut Blast. Bahamut Blast. Taste the calamity.
As the CFO, VP of HR, Employee Grief Counselor, and Director of PR for Quality Pizza, I had set a goal for delivering our 1 millionth pizza by this year's panel. So we found one lucky pizza enthusiast who agreed completely of their own free will, without coercion, to devour the remaining pizzas for us to reach our goal. So, Quality Pizza is proud to announce we have successfully fed customers our 1 millionth pizza.
Also, to James's family, if they happen to be watching, please remove your missing persons ad from the Babbler. We assure you, James is just absolutely fine.
As part of our community outreach, Koala Corp has also acquired the prominent Eorzean social network, Trawler. But to keep with branding, we changed the name of the service from Trawler to P. Now, I know what the tabloids have been saying, but we did this for marketing purposes only, not because our head chef had her feelings hurt.
Excuse me. While we spent the past year branching out into different markets, we never stopped thinking about pizza. In fact, we've introduced two brand new pizza varietals. Our first is the delectable Meat Mountain Pizza, featuring 13 ilms of the thickest, juiciest cuts of meat from at least 10 different creatures. This protein packed palate puncher is not for the faint of heart. But if you're feeling a little adventurous, try climbing to the top of Meat Mountain today.
Quality Pizza is legally obligated to recommend anyone with a heart condition avoid the meat mountain.
We're also currently developing a self digesting pizza. Say goodbye to heartburn and gas and hello to quality's taste that lingers. In fact, I think we even have a photo from the R&D test this morning. Let's throw it up on the screen. Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean that looks like it's practically ready to launch. I mean, if you just zoom in a little bit there, yeah, look, there's a little thumbs up. I think it's good to go. We have a winner here, folks. And speaking of winners, the praise for Quality Pizza just keeps on coming. Some of you may remember that we had a whole 9 people say that our pizza was exceedingly adequate last year. Well, in the past 12 months, that number has increased to a whopping 13. And some of them weren't even threatened. I mean, you know what they say. If one wants positive reviews, one must simply make them. uh, well, anyway, as we branched out to new corners of the star, I've been told that we've even captured the attention of some pretty big names over in the Tyrol area. Like Estinian. He was over there for some reason and even offered to buy a pizza from us for 200,000 gil. I mean, that guy really has no concept of money, does he? But being the good Samaritans that we are, we decided to help him out and told him it was actually 500,000.
There have been a few unwelcome developments over the past year, too. Quality Pizza has recently seen a huge influx in low quality pizza delivery services popping up, like Limsa Pizza. We here at Quality Pizza have been kept awake at night, tossing and turning at the thought of good, innocent people eating subpar pizza. So we fixed it.
As the CFO, VP of HR, Employee Grief Counselor, Director of PR, and Brand Ambassador for Quality Pizza, I took it upon myself to personally locate the headquarters of other neighboring pizza establishments. I carefully approached the respective owners, and after a round of brief discussions, came to a mutually agreeable business arrangement. Now everyone can enjoy the savory, mouth-watering taste of quality pizza without fear of accidentally purchasing almost pizza.
But all of this pales in comparison to the journey Quality Pizza has most recently embarked on. After our most recent 5 alarm kitchen fire, we discovered an ancient pizza box hidden amongst the ashes. At first, it looked like there was nothing written on it, but at the suggestion from some local historian named Nikolai Stockade, we threw lemon juice on it and tossed it in the microwave. 30 short seconds later, a map began to appear, along with writing describing a legend hidden deep within the jungles of Tyrol, the Golden Pizza. Unfortunately, this is also when we realized that the box was lined with mithrite. So the whole thing promptly exploded, taking the mystical pizza box, the story of the golden pizza recipe, and our expensive kitchen renovations with it. But one look was all that was needed. We were going to find the golden pizza by going on an all expenses paid marketing research trip.
Thankfully for us, one of our interns just happened to have a marketing textbook we could borrow, listing the 12 steps necessary for any product research project to be a success. Step 1 was to sample the local cuisine for any clues that might lead us to the legendary Golden Pizza. We frequented several local establishments and set to the task of devouring dozens of tacos, maize-based dishes, grilled achiote chocobo, and more. Afterwards, we sampled local beverages. We started with mezcal, then tried a variety of local herbal teas, before moving on to another flight of mezcal. Finally, we drank the local water at urging from a travel brochure, and then chased it with some more mezcal. The results were inconclusive, and also slightly dizzying.
Step 2 is getting a sense for the local economy. Many culinarians don't understand that economic conditions have a huge impact on what ends up on your plate. This is precisely the reason why I spent 2.5 million gil on several extremely cute, outfits designed to further our research. These finely stitched garments, hand woven by the children of alpaca farmers in the mountains of Urkel Pachu, we'll call it, are both functional and stylish.
I don't think those pelican people were children.
Well, child, bird, or mezcal induced hallucination, those people sure knew a good crochet stitch.
Step 3 is to experience local customs. As the CFO, VP of HR, employee grief counselor, director of PR, brand ambassador, and anthropological research liaison for Koalaty Pizza, I know just how much local culture practices can translate into local culinary practices. For instance, did you know it's common for the elite of Olda to cut a lalafell in half during a royal banquet? That's a rather fascinating subject.
Yes, for you. With that in mind, our first stop was a village filled with colorful peacock people.
We appropriated several local customs, including swimming in picturesque lagoons, sunbathing, whitewater rafting, and fishing. I personally took part in the tradition known as napping.
Unfortunately, our anthropological research was cut short by the shouts of the peacock people carrying a strange cat lady around on a parade float that looked something like a boat. Honestly, the nerve of those birds. Can't they see that we're trying to enjoy their cultural customs in peace over here?
In any case, the results were inconclusive. I suggested we try further naps to ascertain the ingredients of the golden pizza, but was outvoted. A crime not soon forgot when payroll comes around.
What was that?
Nothing. You're so smart and talented.
Aw, nice try, but flattery will get you everywhere.
At this point, we'd realized that the pack koalas we brought along with us had begun tearing out and eating the pages of both the marketing textbook and a copy of some sort of Alamegan anarchist cookbook. But that doesn't matter. I think we did a pretty good job of piecing it all back together. So step 5 states that we should use the local fauna to our advantage. Local dishes are often made out of the ingredients available to the people who live in a particular region. And so we set out to the lush jungles of Yaktel, hoping to learn more about the particular beasts that frequented the area. By zipline. Of course, I think this marketing textbook might be just a tad bit outdated. It suggests you lure your customers to the ingredients so that they can be ambushed by them. Usually we prefer our beasts to be pizzified before we ambush unsuspecting customers.
Actually, that might have been a page from the Alamegan handbook.
Oh, you're probably right. But in any case, we just happened to attract a Brax who was willing to give its life, after a little coaxing from 73 frying pan hits to the face, to the interest of tastier pizza. But that still doesn't explain why Sumi cut it open and slept inside the damn thing overnight.
Hey, you're just jealous you'll never know the soft, warm, moist caress of a Braxis colon as you drift off to sleep.
Right. Well, in any case, we discovered that Brax meat makes for absolutely horrible pizza. I mean, when you think of it, the Brax is basically just one big bicep. So unfortunately, the results were still inconclusive.
Step 9 is to experiment with local ingredients. So we took the opportunity to study the local flora for potential garnishes and seasonings. That and a little bit of competitive research. There was a rumor going around that Kurthus Fried Chicken imported 7 of their 11 secret herbs and spices from Tyrol, and I am going to figure out which ones. Before we left the hotel room for our zip-lining zoological tour, we asked about local edible plants. Our brave assistant to the general manager took our mission to find better ingredients to make better pizza to heart. Care to comment, Pax?
Wait, this is what you guys were doing? Just standing around while I was fighting for my life? For 15 minutes?
In the end, we settled on these weird little radioactive blue bananas. The leaves make for excellent reusable napkins.
I was clinically dead for 90 seconds!
We also discovered Tyrol has its very own species of eucalyptus. Isn't it strange how places so far apart can have plant species that are so similar?
I met Hydaelyn. She laughed at me.
Yeah, I laugh at you too. To make a long story short, the results were inconclusive. We were still no closer to finding the golden pizza, and we missed our ziplining reservation.
On to step 6, which suggests that we take every opportunity to test products whenever we can. Since we are doing a lot of snorkeling and scuba diving for research purposes, it seemed a perfect time to run trials for our new waterproof pizza.
Whether you're in the middle of swim practice, hiking in a rainstorm, or happen to just be really, really sweaty that day, our pizza is baked with a special wicking crust that repels liquids to make each bite drier than the last.
Although Koalaty Legal would like for me to point out that while our waterproof pizza is rainstorm certified, it is not recommended to eat during a thunderstorm, as it does have a tendency to attract lightning. So there are still few bugs to iron out, but we fully expect waterproof pizza to be added to our menus by next Starlight celebration.
By this point, I was very tired from all the research we'd been doing, so I retired to my in room where my underlings could regroup with me and compare notes. But because my subordinates have the collective intelligence of a pack of rampaging domals, we didn't manage to find any leads to the recipe for the golden pizza. So once again, it fell to me, the chief innovatorer, to come up with a solution. Hours later, with a belly full of mezcal and ayahuasca, I stumbled back to the jungles of Yaktel. There, I bested another Brax in hand to hand combat before slicing it open and crawling inside to think. That night, a vision came to me where a Makote named Leonardo DiCaprio showed me the ancient secret of the golden pizza, passed down from generation to generation amongst his people, the Dominoans. That morning, as I climbed outside of my makeshift Brock sleeping bag, hungover and slowly drifting back to this plane of existence, I knew we had our golden pizza recipe. In fact, we had something that would revolutionize the industry. Instead of laying the pizza flat to bake, we folded it in half. It was so simple. How had no one ever thought of folding food in half before eating it? All that was left was to name it. I had heard that this Wook Labat person was really good at naming things, so we took it to her for advice. So, with her blessing, we are proud to announce the Unpizza. Now, we're ready to shake up things in the world of pizza by folding it in half.
And while we're still a ways off from figuring out the logistics of making such a creation, our R&D team has assured us that they currently have a concept of a plan. Back on Eorzea shores, feeling refreshed and energized, we checked back in with our workers at the rather lame company. Turns out our network of subterranean tunnels and entrances across Eorzea was completely ready. Starting in November, our hungry customers will be able to take full advantage of our hidden underground nutrition transportation train, or Hunt Train for short, to fulfill all of their instantaneous pizza based needs. Now, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you're hiding, Koalaty Pizza will find you, and they will deliver to you. That's because excellent customer service isn't just one of our values, it's our destiny. And no one will get in the way of our destiny. So, we sponsored a musical group. Please welcome Tears of Fan Daniel. As an extra special treat, here's their chart topping new song from their new Cheese Quasar album, Pizza Space Whale.
Get in, Koala Crew! Please let this be a normal delivery run. With quality? No way! Aww. Once you smell in the air, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you're seeing... Wait, Cody, don't touch that! A flavor-blasting whale? Saving the koalas, feeding those in need. To the YOLOs where we're headed, spreading pizza to all the folks on the Pizza Space Whale. It's the crust that you can trust. Climb on the Pizza Space Whale. Try out our new flavors on our Pizza Space Whale. Now a new running on the zoo on the Pizza Space Whale, the tastiest in all the land. So if you want a cheesy snack, have your own taste buds explode, grab yourself a slice of pizza, don't regret your topping choice on the Pizza Space Whale, coming to an orbit near you. Come on, stop by the Pizza Space Whale.
Go.
Well, if you like that, check out the other songs on their album like Eorzea an Idiot, We Didn't Start the End Times, Back in Black Mage, Live and Let Dia, and definitely Fear the Reaper.
As the CFO, VP of HR, Employee Grief Counselor, Director of PR, Brand Ambassador, Anthropological Research Liaison, and Sustainability Specialist for Koalaty Pizza, I oversee a lot of the Koalaty Pizza's environmental preservation projects. Someone in marketing once said customers are more likely to buy products from a company who participates in social causes they align with. So, as a high-grossing corporation, it's our undeniable duty to half-heartedly pay lip service to social causes, while still selling products to the type of customers who believe the exact opposite. And with that, here is the official Koalaty statement on sustainability efforts. Koalaty Pizza recognizes that we only have one star to live on, and it's all of our responsibilities to protect it as best we can. As such, we are committed to reducing our Aether print any way we can. Our pizzas are now made with 23% less crust to cut down on food waste. We've trapped the primal Garuda in a wind turbine and now exclusively power our dough-kneading machines using her eternal rage. We've invested heavily in hydroelectric power stations to automate our tomato sauce stirring machines with Aether-free energy. And finally, we've begun switching over pizza baking to a giant, brand new industrial-grade geothermal oven located on the ruins of the former Imperial Palace of Garlemald. End of the official statement.
Unofficial statement for anyone listening who doesn't align with sustainability goals. Come buy our crust stuffed crust pizza with 60% extra crust. Not only does it increase food waste, but we'll also shoot a baby Oppo Oppo for every pizza purchased. Really, no matter who you are or what you believe in, buy our pizza. We need money.
And as part of our sustainability efforts, we've decided to expand into the electric chocobo carriage market. That's why we've invested heavily in Ixion. Ixion is the leader in the electric chocobo market with their almost etherless design. They have plans to launch their newest line of vehicles, the Ixion Umbra, somewhere between 3 to 5 business years from now. But for those who can't wait that long, don't worry, we've already started taking pre-orders. The best part is, each unit is sold at an extremely affordable price of 13 million gil. As you can see from this artist depiction of what the Ixion Umbra may one day look like, it's using a patented 5-wheel design, engineered specifically to take a chocobo carriage more aerodynamic without sacrificing maneuverability. Additionally, the passenger compartment is intentionally as rectangular and ugly as possible, because the future is tasteless and entirely inspired by films like Blade Dance Runner and Back to the First Two. Ixion Umbra. Simultaneously show people you have more money than you know what to do with, and are also the world's biggest jerk.
We've also listened to your collective concerns about the nutritional value of our pizzas, and we acted accordingly. The last thing Koalaty Pizza wants is to contribute to the collective health problems of future generations. We've worked hand in hand with the Charlian Forum to create a healthier solution for school lunches. After many hours of testimony and persuasion, we've helped get legislation passed that officially labels pizza as a vegetable. Because it's important for your kids to get enough of the whole food pyramid. And what's more pyramid shaped than a slice of delicious Koalaty pizza?
Of course, it wouldn't be Koalaty Pizza without the koalas, the cause that started it all. Koalaty Pizza is still committed to the preservation of koalas and conservation efforts to help them thrive until the day they're no longer included on the endangered species list. With everything that was left of your generous donations, after necessary expenses, Koalaty Pizza was able to make great strides towards our goal of reducing the starving koala population. As you can see, here is where we started at the beginning of the year. And here's where we are now. We're pleased to report that the population of starving koalas, measured by mass, has decreased by 70% year over year. We couldn't have done this without your help, but now is not the time to stop. We've got several koala conservation initiatives in the works for the coming year.
The first of which is the continuation of our Arm the Bears program. The number one predators of koalas in the wild was the Garlean fashion designer. We determined that the best way to protect the koala population was to give the koalas the means to protect themselves. That's why we designed and greenlit the manufacture of specially fitted koala Magitech armor. With your continued generous donations, we've finally been able to sunset the Killwalla 800 model Magitech armor for the much more advanced and deadly K1000 Magitech armor. The K1000 comes packaged with all sorts of features like shape-shifting stealth capabilities, the ability to ride a motorcycle, and potential for time travel. We're pleased to report that the introduction of the K1000 koala poaching has fallen in the region by 100%. I think we can safely say it was our initiatives that caused this change in behavior.
Yeah, I can't think of a single other thing that would have caused poaching to drop that drastically or that fast.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, this is why we do it, folks. It feels so good to be out there actually making an impact, and with such a tangible difference.
Koalaty Pizza has also upgraded our Koalaty Sanctuary to deal with a problem plaguing the koala community that's near and dear to our heart: eucalyptus addiction. Countless koala bears spend most of their lives doing nothing but eating eucalyptus leaves. Your donations have helped us equip our koala sanctuary with the means to treat eucalyptus addiction and help them find a more healthy, pizza based diet. We're proud to announce the grand reopening of our koala sanctuary, lovingly renamed the Koalaty Pizza Sanctuary for koalas who can't leaf good and want to learn to eat other stuff good too, or the KPS KW CLG WLEOSGT for short. Also, with the introduction of the gift shop, the sanctuary is officially open to the public. Come, visit us in Bernhilder, Lavender Beds, Ward 20, Plot 7, and see the koalas for yourself.
We're also introducing a new initiative, the New Leaf School for Marsupial Business Learning. Our program is designed to teach entrepreneurial marsupials to be the business leaders of tomorrow by imparting important life skills and helping them learn the successful techniques of business management to run successful companies, like Koalaty Pizza. The program consists of classroom instruction, coupled with the chance to shadow us while we go about the daily tasks of running Koalaty Pizza. Or at least it would, but unfortunately, as it turns out, koalas are exceedingly dumb. And I mean, really, really dumb. So to help them along, we borrowed this funny smelling gas from the Charlayan's Forbidden Medical Research Laboratory. Some of the notes attached to it claim that it's being developed to treat ether sickness or something like that, but we found that it works much better as a method of granting advanced sentience to koalas instantaneously.
I hate to interrupt, but I've just been contacted by Quality Legal and I have an urgent announcement.
Damn it, did we accidentally refer to Gridanians as leaf munchers again?
Well, there goes our settlement agreement with the Elder Seed Seer. Thanks. Quality Legal wants to make it clear to anyone who may be watching the breaking news story about sentient koalas in custom Magitech armor conquering the Republic of Wurlit and declaring it the Koalas Republic of Marsupia that Quality Pizza had nothing to do with this incident.
Absolutely. Officially speaking.
Nope, we're not authorized to make an official statement.
In that case, officially speaking,
No, that's not going to work either. Try again.
a collection of words that potentially were uttered by a person who may or may not have been employed by Quality Pizza?
That should sufficiently hold up in court.
Right. I mean, so this clearly, guys, this isn't the work of Quality Pizza. I mean, those chemically uplifted koalas piloting custom manufactured mech suits could belong to just about anybody.
In fact, I bet it was Limsa Pizza.
Listen, in Ishgard, they're eating the Namazus, the pizza companies that came in. They're eating the sylphs. They're eating the beast tribes of the people that live there.
Wait, what?
Oh, I heard that's what you say when you want to dodge questions.
Okay. And with that, it's a perfect time to talk about some of our IRL charity initiatives. If you could just please direct your attention to this slide over here and forget about the past 30 seconds.
Okay, so taking a break from the parody and joking around, we really do want to take a moment and highlight something very important to all of us. As you're probably aware, EtherCon is raising money for Extra Life again this year. Extra Life is a charity program of the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals that allows gaming communities, just like Final Fantasy XIV, to raise funds to support children in dire need of medical care.
Regardless of a family's ability to pay, Children's Miracle Network hospitals provide crucial, life saving care to kids that need it using the money raised through donations to Extra Life campaigns across the globe. We may joke around about koala conservation, but Extra Life is a truly noble cause that we're proud to support. And, like last year, we'll be creating our own Koalaty Pizza fundraising team. If I recall, we were able to raise around $570 last year. This year, we have a modest goal of reaching $600 in donations. Every panelist here will be donating, and we hope some of you might consider donating too.
Charity is normally about selfless giving, but AetherCon has put together some pretty sweet incentives for donors too. Depending on the amount you donate, you get entered into separate raffles to earn cool prizes like acrylic jobstone replicas, earrings, Dontrell collector figurines, keychains, plushies, and more. The more you donate, the more prize tiers you unlock. But even if you're unable to donate a lot, every little bit helps. Even if you just donate $1, you'll help to give a child the chance they desperately need to thrive. And if I've learned anything from the Endwalker expansion, it's that life is a precious gift.
And also that asking a recently sentient creature to scour the universe for a reason to keep on living is a really terrible idea. And with that, back to our regularly scheduled programming. This is the part where we hand out free pizzas to everyone in the audience. And if you're wondering how we could possibly keep all these pizzas piping hot for an entire hour without a thermal bag or portable food warmer, well, it's best not to ask questions you don't want the answer to. At this time, we'll also be taking questions from the audience. Questions not pertaining to the self heating properties of our pizza or the newly minted Koalas Republic of Marsupia. Oh, when can you get hired? That's a great question. You don't have to be a member of our FC to work for Koalaty Pizza, but it certainly would help. If you're actually interested in working with us, please feel free to send me or Pax a tell once our panel's done.
How many baby Opa Opos do we have? Well, I think significantly less. We have quite a few people, unfortunately, that order the extra crust stuffed crust pizza.
I think I placed an order for around 1,000 baby Oppo Oppos, but I'm not sure what number we're currently at. When will the koalas come back in view? Well, the panel people asked us to please put our minions away, so unfortunately, Carl, Brutus, and the rest of them had to go to sleep for a little bit. But don't worry, we promise. They really are just sleeping.
We have tried feeding koalas eucalyptus pizza, but they are not smart to realize that it's eucalyptus pizza and just refuse to eat.
In fact, somebody asked that question at last year's panel. And really, eucalyptus pizza tastes awful, so we prefer if they eat something more nutritious like pepperoni or jalapeno. To the people currently getting up and leaving, thank you so much for enjoying our panel. We hope to see you at next year's AetherCon.
Yes, pizza delivery will be done by a space whale.
If pizza is now a vegetable, how many pizzas how many pizzas will be nutritious for me to eat? Well, I suppose you can just eat as much pizza as you want to eat. Really. Your heart is what really matters.
I mean,
Quality legal does not have any uh, effect in your health by the amount of pizza you eat.
vegetables are just healthy overall, right? Like you can never have too many vegetables. So
Besides, think of all the delicious extra vegetable toppings you can put on a pizza, like mushrooms or lalafels. I mean, really, guys, lalafels are basically just cabbages. Slice that right up and throw it on a pizza. Pax, I believe somebody asked where gnomes come from.
oh
This
no,
is this is all you.
oh no, we get this question a lot. Okay, so you see, gnomes, when they want to make a baby gnome, you get three gnomes and you stack them one on top of the other. The one on top has to eat an egg while the other two rub his belly, and then they all go steal a child. And that is where gnomes come from.
I'm sure Koalaty Legal would have something to say about stealing children.
Yeah, you for sure should not steal children.
Just
Just lalafels and put them in the dungeon. It's fine.
just don't look in our basement sweatshop. I mean, pizza manufactory.
Oh no. Alameda News. There has been recent multiple allegations of gross misconduct of employees from upper management, multiple accounts of food poisoning, illegal arms trades, and one account of dismemberment of a lalafell. We would like to know, does the sauce actually contain 24 secret spices and herbs? I'm going to leave this one up to the legal department.
We are unable to give out the secret to our secret spices and herbs, and the rest are allegations, so we don't take any responsibility for that either.
None of this has actually been proven in a court of law. As for caffeine in our pizza, well, I'd have to confer with the R&D department on that one. Pax, are we currently creating a caffeine-filled pizza?
We are indeed. I mean, we're really in the early stages here. We might be jumping the shark here, but we are creating a pizza latte. Now, the problem is we have to partner with a suitable coffee establishment. We just haven't been able to find one yet. But if anyone knows of one, give us a call.
I definitely believe that pizza existed before the seventh umbral calamity. I mean, what else have people been eating on this planet? Ah, yes, I believe someone would like to know about the nutritional facts of our pizza. Hmm. Care to comment, Pax?
I mean, our pizza, like we said, we had the Charlayans designated as a vegetable. In fact, I mean, let's just say it's the whole food pyramid. I mean, you've got your fats and oils. You've got your crust, which is basically just wheat when you think about it, so it's a plant. And you got your tomato sauce, which I mean, tomatoes are technically botanically classified as a fruit. I mean, when you really think about it, at the end of the day, pizza is just a salad.
Also, we definitely do not serve koala pizza, but we do serve pizzas to our koalas. In fact, every single one of our pizzas are tested by our koalas from the koala sanctuary. If it's not good enough for them, it's not good enough for you. Are hot dogs considered pizza? I feel like this is a more philosophical question than a legit question, but in my mind, a hot dog is more like a taco than a pizza. What do you think, Natasha?
I do think that hot dogs with are more considered taco. You gotta have the two outsides and the meat in the middle. Doesn't work as for a pizza, except for our new pizza, the unpizza, could be more closely placed with the hot dog
No, no. The unpizza is definitely the latest innovation in pizza. It will never be classified as a taco
or a hot dog.
or a hot dog. Pax, where do you fall on the debate of what a hot dog actually is?
A hot dog is just something that is waiting to become a pizza. Because, I mean, let's be honest, any food that isn't on a pizza, it's not really food.
Ah, yes, someone from chat. My friend left a 4 out of 5-star review on his Koalaty Pizza order. I haven't seen him in 3 months. To be honest, thanks. Nobody really liked him. Well, we're really glad that you're happy with the outcome of his review. Frankly,
Feel free to leave your own review.
yeah. Um, I don't really speak for the legal department, but I'm sure that absolutely nothing happened to your friend.
Everyone that has had quality pizza lives a long, happy life somewhere, I'm sure.
They loved it so much they went to our pizza sleepaway camp where they eat pizza every day, all 3 meals.
We have never run into an outside organization that is against our, well, Koalaty Pizza organization, but we have been kicked out of several venues before.
And that's what our brand ambassador is for. You see, any organization that is at odds with quality pizza, we send them to go negotiate. And we're very good negotiators.
Just sit down and have a nice chat until it's agreed that quality pizza is allowed everywhere.
Pax, if you'd like to wrap things up and tell the people where they can hear about us.
Absolutely. So, guys, exciting news. We have a Twitter now, or a Zitter, or an X. I'm really not sure what to call it at this point. But our Twitter is where we post exciting news, announcements, and upcoming events like this panel. It's also where we post when we go out to clubs where we're going to be. So make sure that you follow us and make sure notifications are on because we tend to move fast. But look at our Twitter, come hang out with us, get some free pizza, share some laughs, have a good time. Also, if you want more information or more content from Quality Pizza, check out the link on this slide to see last year's panel that we did at LunarCon.
Koalaty Pizza thanks you for your cooperation. Now, make like a tree and get the hell out of here. The Aethercon people need to clean the venue before the actually competent panelists show up.